You're listening to Low Blow Sports on twitch.tv/SportsTownShot.
Hey, that's a low blow.
Hit them right in the family jewels.
Where our sports takes hit you above and below the belt. Here's the squad: Scotty Kiefer, Kobe Burke, and Nick Johnston. This is Low Blow Sports.
Boys, the NFL trade deadline is here. How we feeling?
Well, two of us are okay.
And one of us is
conflicted. I think is
one
the
of us
right-
is just dying inside.
conflicted. Is the
Welcome
word.
back to Low Blow Sports. I'm Scotty K with Nick Johnston and Kobe Burke. Boys, we got the NFL trade deadline today. We got a crazy Week 9 to recap. Also a crazy World Series to recap at some point in the show. But I will tell you right now that this will be the most all-over-the-place show because the trade deadline is in an hour. So every once in a while, you will just hear one of us go, this guy just got traded where, and we will stop what we are doing to talk about that trade. This is going to be a kind of just, it's going to be all over the place kind of deal, but we'll figure it
It'll be
out.
nice controlled chaos.
It'll
Don't
be
worry.
controlled chaos. But boys, let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
The first one on the docket, we're going right to Kobe's Jet Report. I think we're going to go right to it. Because Kobe, it is just distraught for Kobe right now. The Jets have traded Quentin Williams to the Cowboys for a first and a second. And Ahmad Sauce Gardner to the Colts for 2 first-round picks and A.D. Mitchell.
But hey, you traded for John Mechie the other day. That was good.
That's way better than everybody else, right?
Yeah.
That's
You got
first ballot Hall of Famer
you
John
acquired
Mechie right
John
there, yeah.
Mechie. So,
Thank God for that. That really made my day so much better.
where do we go from here, Kobe? What are the Jets thinking?
Kobe, instant reactions, because you and me kind of talked about it, but thoughts on everything that has gone
See,
down.
I saw this trade from the group chat that we had because I was driving.
That's
I
crazy.
pull over to get gas. I'll check my phone, and they're talking about the trade. I'm like, someone got traded. I wonder who. And it's Sauce Gardner.
Yep.
And that the text I sent back was my initial reaction. 2 first rounders for Sauce, which 24 years old, still has 5 years on his contract.
Just extended him. Just changed.
Yeah. They just gave him 4 years, 120. I don't understand the reason for trading him. I see the value. You get 2 first rounders back and A.D. Mitchell, first rounder last year. Jets need receiver help outside of Gary Wilson. I'm not going to deny that.
They just got John Mechie. What are you not listening?
Yeah, cancer survivor John Mechie. Let's clap it up for John Mechie.
There we go.
There we go. I just don't see the reason behind it, because if you're rebuilding, that's a cornerstone guy you rebuild around. 2-time first team All Pro in year 4. The 2 first is great value. Granted, the Colts doesn't look like it'll be top 10 picks because Daniel Jones turned into an MVP. I don't know how that happened, and I'm just trying to wrap around like the reasoning behind the trade.
That's the only
That's
one
like-
that they've made so far that I just don't understand.
That's what I just don't like. They traded Quinn Williams. They got first next year or second this year in Massey Smith. But Quinn Williams is damn near 30 years old. He's been here for 8 years. He wants out. I
He's
understand.
27. Yeah.
Yeah, a D tackle.
It's probably gone at the
Yeah.
end of the year too.
He was going to be gone anyway. You got great picks for that. And I don't know exactly how good Massey Smith is. Probably
Meh.
not very.
Meh.
He's average, it's okay. I'm a lot more okay with that because he's been here for 7 years. He wants out. He deserves the out.
The Sauce one just doesn't make sense because, like you said, they just signed him to a 4-year deal.
The contract,
And
the
then-
age, the
Also, if you take away what they got for him, you still would have a second-round pick for this year, first-round pick, and you're probably going to get a third for Brees coming up soon.
I'm gonna compare
Maybe.
this to
You're going to get other trades. You could easily turn around in the time frame of just that contract to where in 2 years the Jets are ready to run around. They just did a minor retooling. And
for what
Sauce
it's
is
worth,
still going to play at the All-Pro level and keep that team afloat.
for what it's worth, you're getting good value with all these picks back. I mean, I'm looking at trade grades. It's obviously a lot of people like to grade them. They're giving A's on both sides.
it's too early for grades.
Yes, I understand.
I want to throw it
The
back.
initial
to,
reaction isn't like oh my God, they just got completely one-sided. Yes, we know that the top tier talent that Sauce Gardner is, but you're still getting a pretty good return.
Also, think about this cap-wise. They get a lot of money, so the Jets are going to become a team that maybe is looking around at free agency. That's what comes in with that retooling thing.
You could look
if they
around.
kept Sauce Gardner, they can quickly turn that team around.
You could look around as much as you want, but if you're not a destination, no one's going to want to play for you. Like that's how it works. You could have no salary cap, but if you're going 3-14 every year, no one's going to want to come play to you. I want to compare this to the Jamal Adams trade of 2021, whatever year that was, because they traded Jamal Adams for 2 first-rounders and a third, and out of those 2 picks, they got Garrett Wilson and AVT. And if they could somehow do that 2022 draft again, where they got a Garrett Wilson, a Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson, and Breece Hall, then I'll be happy with the outlook. But until they make those picks or do something with those picks to get players in return, I can't really grade the value back.
Can I be honest? I also don't really understand the Sauce one when you bring in Aaron Glenn, a defensive coach, and although the record doesn't look great, he's actually not doing bad as an actual coach. All I've heard from Jets fans is actually good things about just Glenn. It's more so just been the team on the field. So now you're going to take away a major piece from him.
The biggest stat I saw earlier this morning was in the past 3 weeks, the Jets are the least penalized team in football. And the past 4 years with Robert Saleh, they've been the most penalized. And that's a sign of a good head coach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you take probably your defensive leader, your best defensive player, and just ship him off after you give him a big amount of money. He was not asking out. He's questionable social media presence, but like nothing bad. And then you just ship him off to the Colts, which AFC team I don't love. I like the Quinn Williams to trade him off to the NFC where he's not as much of a problem.
Yeah.
But AFC to the Colts are questionable. I don't know if I really trust the 7-2 record yet.
I said with him, your hope is that they get out in the wild card this year or completely fall off a
because
cliff.
I look at that
because
team
that
and
pick's not going to be great this year, but next year, false hope, they kind of come back down to earth. Commander situation, look at where they're going to be at.
Very much so.
Right.
Because I kind of look at how the Colts played on Sunday against the Steelers, and that's how they're going to be played in the playoffs. That run-heavy defense shut down Jonathan Taylor, and now Daniel Jones is forced to throw more than he was, and he 2-3 picks in that game. Not great, and that's kind of what you're hoping as a Jets fan is that teams see what the Steelers did and continue to do that, and get picks gets better. But then you still gotta make the pick.
True. Other moves today: Bears traded for almost a nobody, but small value. Hopefully, he does something since Odingbo's out for the season with a torn Achilles. So maybe he comes in. Nick, did you even see any stats on this guy?
No, I saw that he was a 6th-round pick, or he was a 7th-round pick last year, and we traded for a 6th-round pick. So apparently, he's done good enough to go up a round.
Yeah, sure.
That's all I got on it, really.
I mean, it's more of a filler the way I see it. I feel like the Bears would have been in the market for Quentin Williams. If Odingbo
I think that's the
didn't go
initial
out for
reaction
the
from
year.
Bears fans across the board. It's, hey, why aren't you doing anything? Hey,
Because
do
I
something.
feel like for the Bears at that price, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, that is
because
true.
You're on the up and coming. You had the great game. You don't want to give up your future. Because I look at what the Falcons did. Because they traded those 2 first-rounders to move up in this draft, and now they're sitting at 3-5, I think, and now you don't have a first-rounder this year.
And there's a little bit of maybe on the Bears side of like, hey, maybe we should stop trading our 2nd-round picks because those are kind of valuable picks. We should maybe hold on to those a little bit longer.
Although, to be fair, they did trade Khalil Herbert for a 7th last year, and that turned into Monangai, who rushed for 180 yards.
Love
on
that.
Sunday. So, hey,
Love that.
Ryan Poles makes good decisions. Let me just say that. I will say this, too. The deal that the Bears are going to get all of these big-time stars, no. The Bears should not be in the market to trade a first-round pick.
No.
They do not have the entire team ready to lose a first-round pick, and one player trading at least one of those away does not fix every problem the Bears have. And that goes right into the Sunday game where all of those problems showed because they don't have a secondary. They don't have that good of a defense, even if they get the turnovers, they give up 42 points.
Yeah.
And well, technically 35. But it's that kind of situation where one player they get, I don't even care if they are thinking about bringing in Max Crosby. That isn't going to fix every single problem that the Bears have, especially on the defensive side. I'm not doubting that he's a great player. I think he's very underrated compared to everyone else in the NFL. But his ability doesn't completely fix the Bears' defense. So don't waste the first-round pick on it.
Yeah, no reason to. Again, we've learned our lesson from giving away picks that we don't necessarily probably would need, as opposed to exactly that, just kind of going all in when probably not even the best in your division. So it's kind of
I don't
tough.
know about that. I don't know about that based on how a certain team played on Sunday when I called it last week.
Well, yeah,
I
week to
mean-
week for sure, but I mean, just on paper.
The way JJ McCarthy played this week, I think he's good. I like the way he played. I wouldn't say the Vikings are a threat, but knowing that they have a quarterback definitely makes them more of a threat than they were before. Packers losing Tucker Kraft is tough for them.
That's humongous.
That's
It's humongous
That is
for them.
that is-
Apparently, they're trying to trade for Njoku, but I don't know how
But
solid
I feel that's
gonna
just
be.
the way the Packers goes. Is Jordan Love is either off and on, and if you play him when he's on, you have no choice, regardless of who he's playing with. And then the Lions are the Lions. So I think regardless of how the Bears are looking right now, it's the North is probably the toughest division in football right now.
What other trades we got right now? The
Rashid
Uh,
Shaheed went to
Rashid
the
Shaheed.
Seahawks. I think that's a pretty it'll be a good move for them. It won't, it's not going to be front page news, but it's a nice deep threat for the Seahawks that'll give a little bit of leeway and a little bit less eyeballs on JSN.
that kind of tells me that the Cooper Kupp injury may be a little bit more than we
That-
thought.
Yeah,
Well, I think that's also he's getting old. He's not the same as he is.
No,
They
that's
just
fair.
want younger legs.
That's fair,
And
but he's
I-
been playing pretty good when he's been on so far. He gets
It
5 catches
keeps
a game,
him.
so
It keeps him fresh.
and
and
Torrey
you-
Horton is showing out right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
so-
And I love Rashid Shaheed
Yeah.
because he's just fun.
You were on that same thought process with
Jacoby
Jacoby Myers getting traded. You think that
Except my thing with that is it's good for this year.
Yeah.
Because maybe the Travis Hunter injury now with him going on the IR is not as bad as maybe worse than we thought it was.
maybe
But for next year, it doesn't really make sense. And I mean, he's probably on his way out for next year. But you gave up a 4th for him. You'd maybe that's kind of the range where maybe you'd like to re-sign him. But are you really going to run with Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, and Jacoby Myers when Jacoby Myers would be the 3rd wide receiver there, and he was complaining when he was a number 1 receiver in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's complaining because of what he was. He's complaining about the team around him.
Yes.
Because if he's not getting the ball, regardless of what receiver option you are, it's a horrible situation to be as a receiver.
But let's be honest. I mean, both teams played like garbage in that game up
Mhm.
until the 4th quarter. So, like,
It wasn't the greatest game, but that's what you get with the Jaguars and the Raiders. That's kind of
rumors the Bears and 49ers are trying to trade for Jermaine Johnson, although I've heard that they are trying to keep him.
if you hear me say what the heck, that means the Jets traded the guy.
Gotcha.
So,
I was going to ask, just in the course of just the trade deadline stuff, maybe like a fill in the blank. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly this phrasing, but what's going to be the move or lack thereof by a certain team that makes you go, well, why didn't you, or why did you make this move? Like, is it going to be bothersome if the Patriots don't make a move right now at 7-2? Do you think
No,
it's
they don't need to move.
if you
really.
see the Patriots schedule, they have the easiest schedule of any team I've ever seen in my life.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
I
I
don't
just
even
threw
think-
any team out
Yeah.
there. Well, I'm just saying.
Um,
Is there one team that you're sitting there looking at like they need to make this move?
Packers are one of them.
Okay.
If
with
I'm
the Tucker
going-
Kraft injury, with a no clear number 1 wide receiver, and the inability to get any of the wide receivers clearly into the game unless it's Romeo Dobbs, I mean, that's kind of one. There's still a lot of questions on that defense, especially when you get past, when you're in the middle linebacker situation and cornerbacks. They need something else to kind of bolster that. I feel like the Packers could be a front runner there.
Okay.
If I'm looking at this past week, I think the Chiefs need to do something.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
they
that's gonna be
just-
my other way. Like if the Chiefs don't make a move like
Like,
that,
Chiefs
it's
should
gonna
have
be.
been calling for
the Chiefs should have been calling around for anybody they could get because they need help on that offensive side.
I would say
They're-
the 49ers are in there too.
They said
because-
last. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Here's my thing. I have not seen a difference in this 49er team with Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, and that scares me.
See, I saw someone that said the Niners are sacrificing players to keep Christian McCaffrey healthy, and I think it's true because everybody's going down except CMC, and they're still winning games. Like it's
Like
unbelievable.
Like the ritual in the
It's like what the Pacers.
Major League?
The one Undertaker where they're walking around the
the Druids, yeah.
It's the Indiana Pacers. They just sacrifice people and they keep going.
Like, here's my thing:
Alabama,
they lost another player to an ACL. For
That's
the
what
rest
I'm-
of the
that's what I'm
season
saying.
on Sunday, they need defensive help terribly. They need to make a move for something because you know what's crazy? Other than the Seahawks, they might be able to sneak into like a 7th wild card spot.
Yeah, I think I was trying to like rephrase that question. Like again, if it's like, if this team doesn't do this, I will be upset.
I want to look
This
at all.
team-
I think
if this team doesn't do this, I will be mad.
If the Packers don't make a move on offense and a move on defense, yikes.
Yeah, okay.
I think even if they get one, that's okay, but they need to make two, to be honest. If the 49ers don't trade for someone defensively, problem.
Okay. Yeah,
I want to look at
okay.
it from the other side. The Browns should be trading people away
Yeah.
because they.
If Chris Olave
they need-
doesn't get traded, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Because,
That-
look, I understand that he's good where he's at and he's liking how he's playing, but that value is sky high on
This
him right
is-
now. I would be just blowing up the Chiefs phone like, look, please take him. Like,
They
I
don't,
will
have
make...
they don't have a 100-yard receiver or rusher this year in a game. They said that last night. And the Monday Night Football, I was listening on the radio. Up until the Cardinals, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. finally got 100 yards receiving last night. So they were the final two teams that didn't have a player to go over 100 yards rushing or 100 yards receiving in a game so far this year. And the Chiefs don't need it. They spread it around so much that Richie Rice can get 80 and Worthy can get 70, and then you're
Yeah.
still going to get 50 on the ground from Pacheco and or Kareem Hunt. Like,
I got one more before we go.
Yeah.
The Bengals need to trade for someone on defense.
they need to trade
The
for a whole entire
Bengals-
defense.
That's not a one trade fixes it.
no,
that's-
not even
No,
close.
but one trade could drastically help them.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any guy out there
Because here's the thing.
that's available. That's
The
going to be
Steelers
like
are showing their problems, and although they had a good win, they aren't dominating like we thought they were at the beginning of the season. So the Bengals really could sneak up on them.
I
Especially,
said this a couple of weeks ago that it doesn't matter what the Bengals or Steelers do. The second Lamar came back and was healthy, the Ravens are gone. They're going on that run.
I'm not entirely sure about that. I still got a lot of problems with their defense. But also, I'm going to say the same thing I did for the 49ers. I don't really want to start that conversation, but I haven't seen that much of a drastic difference in the Cincinnati Bengals offense when Joe Burrow went down and they traded for Joe Flacco.
See, I like
really
that.
don't want to start that
I like that with Joe
conversation,
Flacco.
But if you look at it, it's there.
I like that, but like when they had Jake Browning and you saw the difference, and that's kind of where it's
Oh yeah, that
Joe
was the difference.
Joe
That's
Flacco.
fair, but Joe Flacco, that's a little concerning.
Joe Flacco is still like a starting quarterback in this league,
And to be
that's-
fair to Browning, he did it 2 years ago. We'll be right back on Low Blow Sports to discuss more trade deadline and all that here on Low Blow Sports.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's Hot Dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just a small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com, bringing that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Maybe that was money. Tell me that wasn't money.
Yo, check us out. We are the go-to guys. I'm your boy Space.
I'm your boy MC.
Check us out every Thursday
from 4 to 5 p.m.
We spitting all facts, all sports, all day.
Yes, sir. Who else you gonna go to in the club?
Willard, long range three, and it's good!
Keeping you up to date with all the latest sports news.
We are
the go-to guys.
Where else you gonna get all your sports news from?
You know,
SportsTownChicago.com.
St. Patrick's Day, the only day of the year that it's okay to not boo the Boston Celtics. I will show you mercy. SportsTownChicago.com.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this. You're listening to Low Blow Sports on twitch.tv/SportsTownShot.
Garrett Wilson, wow! What a catch! Touchdown, Jets!
I hate this team. I'm always a Jets fan, but I hate this team.
I saw Zach Wilson have the ball in his hands. I had to close my eyes, bro.
Who wanna foul with them? Yeah!
The Jets are trading Sauce Gardner to the Colts.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
That one's one of my favorites, to be honest. So yeah, we just got done mostly talking about the Jets and their trades, but now we're kind of going to go over last week's games, but also we're going to make comments on like the team's trade deadline, kind of where they're at as a team.
Can I just quickly add before?
Yes.
None of them were sexy moves. None of them are going to be front page headline.
All right.
What the Eagles did was actually pretty solid.
Okay.
The depth pieces.
Howie Roseman might be like the best general manager.
Those depth pieces, getting those guys that they did, again, that just shows you Super Bowl. That's a franchise that wants to win Super Bowl.
Always improving. Always improving. Always looking to improve.
Yes.
They have the capital. They're all going to try to use it to get better. Why do you hate that?
Exactly. It's not. These aren't giant splash moves. These are just moves you need to make when you want depth.
Especially because Fangio was talking about moving DeJean outside, which I think is a move because he played the outside at Iowa, but he was better on the inside. He's better as a slot, so they trade for a slot to put him on the outside. He's completely on point with the coaching.
Michael Carter is not a starting player in the NFL right now. That's just a depth move.
I mean, yeah, but getting Jair Alexander who's definitely had some time, but then Jalen Phillips, that was a big move.
Jair Alexander. Jalen Phillips is a great move. I don't think Jair Alexander is like a difference maker anymore.
I think
because
Jair doesn't have to be, though. That's the thing with the Eagles defense. He doesn't have to be.
Yeah, exactly.
He just needs to be more of a body.
That and
just a little bit more.
That and just teaching it's the value of having him there to teach the younger ones.
Yes.
Stuff like that, like a player, almost like player coach and mentality. That's not gonna be his role for sure. But
it's definitely what they bring him in for.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good trade. I just don't.
You want guys that have been there before. You want guys that have been in high stakes, big plays, and he's done that. So he's made big plays.
If you brought him in to mentor the younger guys, like Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, then that's a great move. But if you're looking at him to be number one,
I don't think he's there to be the guy.
I think you throw him in there as like the nickel corner and let him.
No, yes, that's what he's being.
Let him just every third and 10, throw him in there and let him make a couple.
Or
PBUs.
if Mitchell or DeJean need a little bit of a break, they've been long drive. They're sitting at like the 30-yard line. You could throw him in for 2 plays while they get a little bit of a break. Not that big of a deal. Put Cooper DeJean on returning punts again. Boom. He could sit the first 2 plays of the drive and have Jair go out there. Perfect.
People should not be tweeting about practice squad moves right now. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Ian Rappaport could wait 45 minutes to announce that.
So, like I said, we'll kind of go over some games, also kind of go over where the team was sitting at with the trade deadline right now. Let's start with the team that their GM is currently just sitting and eating Portillo's when he could be making a move, although his team won in an outstanding fashion. The Chicago Bears put up 47 points for the first time in my sister's lifetime. And 8 lead changes leads to the best game of the week.
I'd say debatably of the year.
Could be of the year.
Could be the year. I would say maybe not the year because it wasn't like nationally televised.
Sure.
Yeah, but you're looking at like
some people maybe didn't even watch it.
Did you watch that win probability video? Though?
Yes,
that was
incredible.
That's fun.
That's
That's what you like to see.
They did it for the Dodgers in Game 7 too, and I was enjoying that one too. Lots to take away from this game. That offense is great on both sides of the ball, and both sides of the ball, the defense is awful.
Oh yeah,
that leads to an amazing game.
But I feel like it's a lot better for the Bears because they just have their guys hurt. Whereas the Bengals is just
there's just nobody.
There's no hope. And now you trade Logan Wilson. I don't know what's happening with Trey Hendrickson. They should probably trade him because he wants out.
That's another move that they should maybe make.
He wants out. He's on that 1-year deal.
I don't know. I think the Bengals still think that they could contend, especially in that North. That might be wide open.
I don't know what the status is with Joe Burrow. I don't know what week he gets back or if he comes back at all because he's just been out for so long that I just don't remember.
Yeah, Flacco. If they even considered him, he was probably wouldn't even be back until like week 16 or something like that.
I want to preface. I'm not saying that next year, they should keep Joe Flacco to start it. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying that there's a case about maybe Joe Burrow isn't that as good as what. Like he's up there as like a number 2 quarterback when he's playing, number 3 quarterback when he's playing. But if Joe Flacco can go out there and put up basically the same stats.
I'm looking at it more as if Joe Flacco was doing what he's doing right now, imagine how good they'd be with Joe Burrow. Because I kind of like Zach Taylor as a play caller, and he kind of caters to his players, which I feel like with Joe Burrow, it's a lot more developing routes. With Joe Flacco, it's just 3-step, 5-step, drop and fire.
True.
And that's what plays into him. Because they don't have that O-line.
Zach Taylor should be on the hot seat. I am somewhat
great offensive coordinator.
As a coach, not good. As a play caller, he's good.
Yeah, as a head coach,
he'll be a great OC in a year or two.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not his fault entirely. Like that clearly, like we mentioned, that defense is awful. But 470 from Flacco and 4 touchdowns, but that's pretty crazy. The biggest one to take away from me, obviously, is Kyle Monangai, almost 200 yards from scrimmage. From on the ground through the air, that's nice. Monangai is a guy, definitely is a guy for sure. But just
Caleb played a really solid game.
Yeah, that was my other point. Caleb 283, and then he caught a touchdown, so 4 in total.
I can't believe that
first player in NFL
works.
history with 200 passing yards, 50 rushing yards, and 20 receiving yards.
Because the Philly special was like 8 years ago, and it still works, which is just should not.
That is kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
I don't understand how that still works.
But did you hear his explanation for it?
Sure.
He goes, it's just a fact in the NFL that no matter what you run, defenses don't plan for the quarterback.
That's true.
If as soon as the ball is out of the quarterback's hand, they don't plan for the quarterback. And I said, you know what? That's true.
I think from this game and just kind of gathering and listening to others and kind of a little comparison, yeah, Drake May's having a nice season, but I think we can kind of finally pump the brakes on is Caleb finally up to speed to everybody else in this draft? Yes, he's fine. This is still a good pick. Like this, he's more than capable of showing that he can lead this team and be an NFL quarterback. Let's calm down. Let's pump the brakes because up and before the injuries, playing better than Jaden Daniels. We kind of got that, the monkey off our back type deal with that. Like, did we Bears messed up again? No, he was playing better than Caleb was playing better than Jaden Daniels. I'll give Drake May the edge, but I honestly have to look at stats. I have to look at more numbers. But
it's almost like that you should be patient.
Yeah, I know. It's a little bit when you're like, hey, maybe let the first round pick slowly graduate and get better and better.
I don't know if the stats back this up, but I did hear someone say that Drake May's taking a lot of sacks, and that makes his quarterback numbers look a little bit better.
I'll like I said, I'll take a double check.
I think that's it's a good point to make because if Caleb's not really getting sacked that much.
No, he's not.
He's really not.
And if he is, it's not.
Year.
Yeah, and if he is, it's not like long. Like that's a 10-yard sack right there.
No, he's getting if anything 3-4 yard sacks, which some are costly. I will admit, but it's gonna happen. every once in a
So
while.
Drake May has 2,285 passing yards, 17 passing touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, a QBR of 774.
Someone said the QBR is really high because he just takes he takes a lot more sacks, so he doesn't, get rushed into throwing interceptions and incompletions and stuff that would lower
Compared to
it that
Caleb, 1,916 yards, 12 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a QBR 55.2.
Yeah.
So about 300 less yards and 5 less passing
If
touchdowns.
he just gets to 4,000, that's automatically an A+ pick.
Caleb Williams on pass for 4,027.
That's really if he just gets to 4,000, it's automatically an A+ pick.
I don't think it'd matter. No, 7-2. Okay, no, never mind. No, they played one. They played one more game than the Bears. So
Yeah,
Okay.
there's also that too. So, something could be said about that. Also, defense, Dennis Allen, I liked him for maybe 6 weeks. Now, yikes. I understand he's losing everyone, but man, that defense sucks. Moving on here. Packers, what are you doing? Honestly, was I not right last week when I said... Was I not right when I said last week that this is the most infuriating team to watch because they play down to their opponent and then they look like Super Bowl contenders on 1 week? It is so infuriating to watch the Packers offense.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. I mean, is it just a matter of hey, Jordan Love, let's throw it to Matthew Golden? Maybe let's throw it to our receivers and not do check downs to Wilson.
Matt LaFleur's eating cheese on the sideline.
You'd rather just throw screen passes to not even Jacobs, right? To Wilson, to Emmanuel Wilson. So there's that going on. Again, I don't know where Rico Dowdle just I ate my spinach today. I'm gonna have another 200 yards on the ground and multiple touchdowns.
I think he's just a product of the team is so bad, but someone has to produce.
I was also Chuba Hubbard's not doing what he's doing.
Because Chuba Hubbard's not really doing much
I think
either.
I think
it's not like a run game type deal. I think it is just someone has to do something.
I think someone's gonna get tested this week, if you ask me.
Yeah, I know someone who already got tested because someone kicked the 68-yard field goal, and then right after the game got a slip that, hey, he's getting drug tested.
That was a fake account.
No, that was Cam Little.
Was it? I thought it was
that was Cam Little's actual account.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Cam Little is not calling his own Twitter account at Cam Little Goat. That's just not happening.
No, I think it was a screenshot of what he posted somewhere else.
Unless he posted it on his Instagram story.
I think that's what happened with it. But I don't know. Can I be honest? I had a conversation with someone and someone said, honestly, the Bears and Packers might just be the exact same level.
Well,
because to be honest, the Packers play so far. All of their losses and a tie are awful this year.
Can we talk about those jerseys?
Awful.
Those were atrocious.
The helmet, kind of cool,
even
but
worse,
also ugly.
No, I mean,
I think
Packers,
as a
for Packers
collectible,
fans, they're going to take it as an insult. They look like Bears jerseys, and they ended up playing like the Bears.
I think the helmets are a cool collectible that you keep. Burn the jerseys. Burn the jerseys. Yeah. It's like what the Steelers wore last week. Just burn it.
I kind of like.
I liked the Illini airbrush one better. That one was better. That one looked more old school. It had the leathery feel. This one kind of just like a old brown helmet. I don't know.
You mentioned earlier, Kobe, you liked how J.J. McCarthy played, but to be honest, wasn't entirely impressed with how he played. Missed a lot. Only 143 yards passing, and he also threw a pick in that game.
He made the throws on 3rd down and 4th down when he needed it.
Yes,
and that's what you want to see.
The Lions' offense wasn't doing much on 4th down, which I understand they're going to go for it all the time. That's what Dan Campbell does, but they normally convert them. And also, Jahmyr Gibbs had such a tough day. I think that's more of a defensive win than it is J.J. McCarthy led the team and looked impressive.
Yeah, I was just looking at stats. It's a tough day for old Gibby.
Yeah. I know. I needed him to go off I needed him to do just a little bit more to win in fantasy football. But no, I wasn't really entirely impressed from J.J. McCarthy, but they got the win nonetheless. I think questions need to be asked about the Lions just a little bit because, again, another team where their losses are kind of bad.
That's a good point, honestly, with J.J. McCarthy. The way that I wasn't able to catch any games at all on Sunday. I was working all day. So Like the way that they were kind of recapping and talking about JJ McCarthy as if he would have been MVP.
Yes.
I'm just looking at it now.
I will
watching the
preface-
Bear game, especially watching the Bear game, they went to that game like 3 times. Or like the first statement,
They just see him
JJ
running
McCarthy,
around, yeah.
JJ McCarthy. It's like
I will preface
really?
my statement with I watch Red Zone, so I don't see all the bad that happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the things they
pick
show
and a fumble loss and he only threw for 140. That's not even close to great.
All right, so maybe there's a little bias going on there.
It just, I guess, it looked like it. Yeah, Aaron Jones had 9 carries for 78
Scott
yards.
Hansen might be a Vikings fan. Who knows?
What else do we got from this week? Kind of just going out of order as I'm looking through this. Ravens beat the Dolphins, absolutely pummeled them.
That was just
Embarrassing from the Dolphins. I saw someone post on Twitter. They re-quoted the 70-20 win they had against the Broncos, and someone goes, "It's crazy to think that this was the worst thing for the Dolphins and the best thing possible for the Broncos."
yeah, actually.
And the Ravens might be back on track.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Patriots squeak one out against the Falcons. They probably should have ran away with a little bit more. So
if they just make the PAT, like it's
yeah.
Then we get the classic Bills win in the regular season, setting up for the Chiefs to
See,
rip
I
their
hate,
hearts
I
out.
hate, I hate how they do this every year because they'll be like, "Oh, Josh Allen beat Mahomes. The Bills are going all the way this year," and then they lose in the playoffs. And it's like you would think after the 4th year in a row they would like switch it up. No, no.
By the way, that stadium they're building, it looks really nice. I don't care that it's an outdoor stadium there. Like, it
Did you
looks
hear them?
really
They
nice,
scienced
though.
out the wind. They're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
They tell them to silence out the snow. Like,
And
that's
also,
nice.
apparently, like 80% of the fans are going to be covered.
I think that's one with the snow.
crazy.
That's one of those things, like a pride thing. Like,
yeah, do they want the snow there?
We're the ones that deal with this, and we like dealing with
Like
it.
if you're a player on the Bills, do you look at snow as like a home field advantage thing?
Probably,
Or
yeah.
is like
Can I be honest? I'm going to point to one game. Remember when the Dolphins were riding so high in that season? Then they went to Kansas City, and it was like minus
that's-
13
that's also the
at
Dolphins.
kickoff.
Yeah.
No,
You
but that was a
can't-
Dolphins team that was riding really high.
Yeah, it was.
Like they almost beat the
Yeah,
Bills
two-
in that
two-
division,
Tua wasn't completely exposed just yet. Jalen Waddle and Hill were both healthy. So.
and they fell completely flat.
Yeah.
That was the year they traded for Chubb.
Yeah.
They had Minka. Like, that team was on fire. They go into a minus 13 Arrowhead Stadium and they fumble everything.
Like I said, it's like a pride. It's like it's an annoying thing, but like they take pride in it. Like, oh, we shoveled this place out. We did it ourselves. We
that's
needed the
still
fans.
ridiculous. The fans do that
Exactly.
for like $15 and a hot dog. They shovel the entire stadium.
But
Again,
that's, like
pride
it makes
thing.
them
Yeah, I
feel
know.
a part of the team. Like it makes them feel a part of it.
Makes sense for the Packers
Yeah.
because people probably just own them and then they're able to go do that.
Mm.
All right, when we come back, we're going to still go through the Week 9, probably look for Week 10 and report any other trade deadline information when we come back here on Low Blow Sports.
This is your home for sports.
Red left.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Take that exit and get to the Southern Cafe, home of the Nasty Biscuit on Roselle Road in Roselle. Get over there and try the chicken fried chicken biscuit made with the Southern Cafe's house-made drop biscuit with buttermilk chicken fried chicken smothered in country gravy, topped with shredded cheddar and crumbled hickory smoked bacon. I always say that when you go to the Southern Cafe, you come out with 2 meals with the heaping amount of food they serve you in every meal. I love to go to a place with outdoor seating. The Southern Cafe has a great outdoor seating area to help social distance, and I get to enjoy my breakfast outdoors. Open 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. to give you plenty of time to grab an amazing breakfast or lunch. Now get your butt over to the Southern Cafe on Roselle Road.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy? You're breaking up.
Did I mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those fine brothers play ball?
I heard that. Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
Alert! Alert! Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Blow the whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Mondays and Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. as we talk NFL.
The game plan was really sound.
In the quarterback league, it happened, it still is.
Franchise-defining quarterbacks.
College football.
Will Jim Harbaugh make it through the season as Michigan's head coach?
Some more Big Ten talk.
And here's some things you wouldn't expect.
I would have never expected that.
Get all of that and more on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
Williams slings it. Williams. Loveland bangs off his man. He's going to score.
That looked a little Mahomey.
You're listening to Low Blow Sports on twitch.tv/SportsTownShop.
Trying to win at Lambeau. Hold is down. The kick is up. Into the wind. It is good.
I would give the bird. I don't know. Can we do that?
For the win for the Broncos. And the kick is good. And the fourth quarter magic remains for Denver.
Here's the guy.
And here on first down, 13 of 13. And to the races. It's White all the way. Cody White for the touchdown.
Football. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna start this one out hot here. Are the Broncos frauds because they don't play until the fourth quarter? This is getting really
No,
annoying.
they're just smart. They're saving all their energy.
They're like the LeBron Heat, where they just like give you a lead to see how much they come back from.
Welcome back to Low Blow Sports. We're going to continue on here going through week 9. I'm going to be honest. It's kind of embarrassing that Cam Ward has worse stats than Will Levis from last year.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
I want to see the numbers on that.
I know they're not better. I think they're close, but they're not better. That's for sure.
Yeah, but he's not fumbling the ball.
Let's be honest. His one win was more of the Cardinals collapsing than him playing good.
Yeah, but
one of his touchdowns was an interception, fumbled for a touchdown in that comeback.
He might not be great, but he's not doing a backflip and then fumbling the ball in the same play.
That is
currently 5 passing touchdowns to 6 interceptions for all Cam Ward this year.
Steelers
I
fraud
think-
check the Colts.
Yeah, a little bit. That's kind of where I'm at. Again, I'm not
I
completely.
need to see it happen again for the Colts for me to believe it.
Well, guess what? You won't, because guess what? They play Atlanta next. They don't play any.
Yeah, the Colts have some lollipop teams. I think maybe the
don't
Packers.
play anyone.
No, I thought, like I said, I thought they play the Packers, don't they?
They do, but other than that, they don't play anybody.
Incorrect, sir. They play the Chiefs in 2 weeks.
They play
What?
They play the Chiefs.
Actually, yeah, no, they don't play the Packers.
They
They play the Chiefs and the Seahawks later.
Yep.
Everyone else can.
Yeah.
No,
Including
San Francisco.
Only a good offense. That defense is hurt terribly. Yeah. Again, they play is cans.
I still want to
Most
point out
fraudulent team I've seen.
I want to point out the Patriots schedule. The rest of the way, they go Bucks this week, and then Jets, Giants, Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, and then the Bills in there.
I was about to say they play the Bucks, then the Bills at some point, and then
That's two teams.
Schefter just confirmed that A.J. Brown will not be traded today.
Good, they're not stupid. We already kind of mentioned the Jaguars game hat trick from Brock Bowers. Ashton Jeanty special. To be honest, the Raiders are actually a decent team built. They just need a little bit better of a defense and a real quarterback.
Yeah, if they had better players, it'd be a better team.
No.
I mean, never would have thought about that. Yeah,
But I'm trying to say they're making the right strides on their team. But Geno's not the answer.
I still can't. No, that's just hopeless sack of nothing right there.
You don't, because
that's some Booger McFarland stuff.
Everyone's
right there.
talking about them like they should blow it up and trade Max Crosby and trade all these guys.
Watching that game,
they're not that bad.
When I watched that game, if the Raiders would have converted that 2-point conversion, they would have won. That's what I'm getting from you right now.
No, I'm saying they're actually making good strides. Like, they don't need to blow up like everyone's saying they should.
I think it could be a mixture of.
They don't have anyone to get rid of to blow up.
I think it's a mixture of.
They have 3 good players.
Maybe just Pete Carroll actually doing some coaching over there probably helps a little bit. Gets these guys a little bit more focused as opposed to throwing out just whoever. But really, Jeanty and Bowers are the only redeeming pieces there. Okay, Max Crosby, sure, on the defensive side. but he's not going anywhere. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He's made that very clear on his side of things
But
too.
what I'm saying is, I think if they went out and got a different quarterback that's not Geno Smith, that team is in a little bit different of a light right now.
And it's just who are you gonna get? Who do you go out and get that changes your team?
There might be
Trey Tucker's the guy.
There might be an Arizona quarterback out there on the market this offseason.
There's a reason. There's a reason he's on the market.
There you go.
No good quarterback is on the market by accident.
Yeah, Kyler Murray's window is closed.
But everyone knows that quarterbacks going to different spots
No.
completely change them. Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold.
He should have been playing baseball. Kyler Murray.
Mac
I
Jones.
think he made a big mistake.
He would never gotten the money in baseball.
It doesn't matter.
Because that's 5 years grinding.
Probably
in the
would have
minors.
actually been successful in one.
Are the Rams Super Bowl contenders?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback right now. He stays
Contenders?
healthy.
Honestly,
They honestly have everything.
They're a lot better than I
They're
thought
not.
They, were
They don't have much that they actually need. They just kind of need to just get the results.
They just need to stay healthy.
And stay healthy. Puka can't go down.
I mean, they got two.
Kyron or Corum can't go down.
They got-
Stafford can't go down.
They got
Like,
those two big sack guys. The two receivers. I don't know exactly off the top of my head who their corners are, but I know they're solid.
Yeah.
I'm just blinking.
they might actually just be Super Bowl contenders.
I mean, Sean McVay's a great head coach, so yeah, I'll always give him the leg up there again. It's kind of like Stafford has taken like a 10 years younger pill. He's just playing a little bit.
Because
just
he's not.
playing a little bit.
He's a clone. Like,
Yeah.
Speaking of, Tom Brady just made a clone of his dog.
Yeah.
Just dropping that.
What?
Hold on.
Dropping
Pause.
Yeah, you didn't
What?
see this? Yeah, apparently he cloned
Where do I
his
go
dog that
look at
died
this?
in December
ESPN
of 23.
just shared it with me. They just said, yeah,
On
here we go.
what?
Yes,
He,
on ESPN.
he
the
said it
ESPN
on a
app.
podcast.
I have it right here. ESPN. Tom Brady says his dog is a clone of family's previous pet.
Let me see this.
I'm reading it all for you right now. Tom Brady says his dog is a clone. The 6-time Super Bowl winning quarterback is currently Fox broadcast on Tuesday in a statement from a company he is an investor in his dog.
This is what
Judy
happens.
is a clone for his late dog Lua.
That's just a product of having too much money.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
You're
Just
playing
get-
God.
just get a new dog. Like it's not.
You can't just do that.
Like,
Like I
stop.
get it, Tom. You have 7 rings, but you can't like.
Just go get like a golden retriever or something.
Yeah.
Get a Chihuahua.
Back to the
I hope it
NFL.
barks at you all day long.
Back to the NFL. Seahawks also might be Super Bowl contenders. They are also a team that kind of has everything. Also, Sam Darnold put himself on the MVP map.
I think he should have been up there, honestly.
He should have been up there, but like he needed that one statement game in front of everyone to prove it.
I mean, he just tied the
That was
NFL
it.
record for most completions in a row or something.
And then on the other side, Jaden Daniels is hurt, probably out for the season, definitely. And a lot of people are questioning Dan Quinn's decision to put him in the game
This is
down
ridiculous.
31.
This is ridiculous.
So where are you guys
And
standing
the media
at on this?
bullied him into submission to finally make him say that, oh, maybe I should have taken him out. No, you're in there. Every head coach that has talked about this outside on the media said, you're always in there. You put your best guys in there no matter what. So to sit there and to act like you knew that he was going to get hurt in the fourth quarter, you're just an idiot. You are being the Monday morning quarterback guy. Hindsight. Hindsight's 2020. These guys can get hurt. These guys can get hurt in pregame doing the armbands and hit the retina out like Anthony Richardson. So don't sit there and tell me that, I knew that he should have been out of there way before that. No, they're always going to play their best guys because they want some sort of rep, something to leave home with and be like, okay, we sucked all game, but at least that was good at the end of the game. Just give them some sort of confidence for a 3-5 at that time, 3-5 Commanders team that needed a win. So I'm sorry, I'm not going off on you guys.
No,
but just
this is what I asked
This
for.
is ridiculous. This hindsight of like, he should have been out of there. Again, these guys can get hurt at any point in the game at any time, and that was a freak injury, and that sucks. But don't get on Dan Quinn because he didn't take out his quarterback. That's so dumb.
My
So
problem is when I watch his injuries, every time like I move a body part that someone got hurt, like I feel it.
Oh yeah,
And
I
that's
get-
just
yeah. It's brutal.
That was a bad one. I will say this. So the Giants shouldn't have ran a streak route for Malik Neighbors on that one. No. They shouldn't have thrown the ball to Cam Scatabo and then he got hurt on that play. No, shouldn't have done that. Hindsight shouldn't have ran that play to him. Like, What are we talking about? I agree with you. You're down 31. You got to show something good, especially when you're at home getting embarrassed on national television. At least show something good.
Yeah. You can't go down just completely, just crap your pants and die. Like, you can't do that.
The
Like,
only
you
time
need
you
to do
should
something.
take your guys out is when you're up.
Yes, exactly.
You don't take your guys out, even if maybe
Like taking Sam Darnold out after what happened to Jenny Daniels, I understand.
Yes,
but down 30. This is the NFL. Like you're staying in the game till the game is over. This isn't high school. Go put the freshman in. You're getting paid. Go out there, make something happen.
Greg Olson said it best on Wake Up Barstool or whatever it's called. He goes, everything you do is on tape, and then that you are what you are. Your tape is what you are. So if you're going out there lollygagging down 30, you're going to be called out. So that's the thing. Like, you need to go out there and try. So I think the biggest part was probably in a mixture of what George Kittle said. Also, like, everyone kind of meme paging it, like, oh, this injury happened here on this. Maybe just the whatever it's called, FedEx Field is cursed.
Northwest,
it's
FedEx
100%.
Field, whatever
That's
it's called
100%.
now.
But to more on George Kittle's point about, I think he said when he played at MetLife for the first time, I think it's a good point.
Just the turf now is better. He said.
It's better now, and just like that whole point of like, no NFL team should be, no NFL field should be the butt of a joke. And I think that's a really good point.
So that was talking about the MetLife Stadium turf.
Yeah,
but like same thing there. Those two stadiums is just the hospital.
Well, exactly. Again,
Really,
it's to the point of just like, well,
graveyard.
Yeah.
My whole thing again, it kind of got more conspiracy ended of like, oh well, you know how the waste management people kind of like, everyone's got their connections. So
like at MetLife, you got the ghost of Joe Namath's soul, and then at FedEx Field you got Alex Theismann's leg, or not Alex, whatever, Joe Theismann's leg.
Joe Theismann.
And again, like I said, just want to reiterate, just like what he said, is like, why is there not there's this option or this option? Choose. Like, instead of like everyone that built a stadium has their connections here, so we needed it to be built by these guys here. Like, they only do it this way. I don't know.
It's just the situation that the Commanders are in now is just horrible. Because everybody's old.
Yes.
You got your franchise quarterback. You don't really know what he is at this point.
Oh, we got completely duped on Bill, on Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. He's awful.
Bill is a
I hate
liar.
him.
Yeah. Cut
We
Bill.
got duped
Get rid
so
of Bill.
hard.
Get rid of Bill. He's horrible. He had that one game, and then he's just been nothing.
Sick of the memes.
He doesn't even deserve to be called Bill anymore.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Ch-
just
Ja'Cory.
Did you hear
No.
like Collinsworth was still calling him Bill, and Tarico was like, "Nah, I'm calling him Ja'Cory."
Yeah,
the whole
he
game.
is Ja'Cory right now. Like
let's-
Sauce Gardner was not Sauce until he proved it. Ja'Cory.
I already mentioned this. Cardinals look better with Jacoby Brissett. Kyler Murray's going to be on his way out after the season. He's done there. On the Cowboys side, real quick, Jerry Jones says he's listening to the fans and taking their opinions. I don't think so, because you would have re-signed Micah Parsons. Speeding through Week 10 real quick. Broncos, Raiders. Thursday Night Football.
I don't think we need to discuss that.
Broncos. Giants, Bears. I'll be there. I swear to God, if the Bears don't win. That
Oh
Giants.
my God! So I'm sorry. The Raiders get back-to-back primetime games. They have Thursday night this week, and then they'll have Monday night the week after. Am I wrong?
Yep.
Oh, that is awful.
Bears should be the Giants. What are we thinking?
Bears and Giants. Again, this is one of those things where if the Bears want to continue to play like, oh, we're a playoff contender. All right, prove it. Go win. And this is like win, beat them by 20.
This is a game is over at halftime.
Exactly.
Could be. I hope so, because I'll be there.
There you go.
Falcons, Colts playing in Berlin. They'll go to Germany.
I'm not waking up for that.
I will already be up for it, but the Colts should win that one. I hope they expose Michael Penix, to be honest, because I have them on defense. I hope Gardner gets
Well, again, one of those things
Wait,
where
does Gardner have to fly to Germany now?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Oh no!
Hey, that's the trade-off. You go to bed 1-7. You wake up 7-2. Now you gotta,
and now you're a Taurus at 7-2.
Yeah, fair. Browns Jets. Put that on ESPN. Put that on ESPN
on the
on
Ocho.
YouTube TV.
Put that on the Ocho.
No, put that on ESPN on YouTube TV for right now.
The Jets should win that game.
The joke
but it's
there is that
not-
no one will be able to watch it because you can't watch NFL on YouTube.
The Jets should win.
The
The
Jets
Jets
should
win that one,
win
but
that.
they won't, because Justin Fields is going to get sacked 4 times by Myles Garrett.
I think the Jets should not win that game. Cleveland should definitely win that game.
That's what I mean.
Dylan Gabriel's better than Justin Fields right now. What are we talking about?
I look at that game and it's like, who's gonna do anything in that game? I'm not like purely offensive. Like, who is gonna
9-6.
If Garrett Wilson is healthy, maybe he could do something. But like, I can't name a single offensive
I
player.
can't say the words, but do you remember that episode of South Park where Timmy and Jimmy fought?
Yep.
This is kind of like that. I can't say it, but
Jaguars.
if you know, you know.
Jaguars, Texans. One team is gonna maybe blossom out to the team we thought they were gonna be in this game.
Well, no, because
the other one is gonna fall behind.
CJ Stroud's concussed, so it doesn't really.
Is he really?
Yeah, he got pulled at like third quarter.
Still a favorite.
37.5 is the total.
We're still a favorite, by the way. Bills, Dolphins. All right, coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb. Bills should win that one. Patriots, Bucks is going to be a very interesting game.
Yes.
I don't think it is. I think Patriots get exposed here.
Oh wow!
Because they have played such a cupcake schedule. Like every time I see the Patriots, it's like they're playing the Giants, they're playing the Dolphins, they're playing the Titans, they're playing the Browns. Like
I'm taking it with a grain of salt from Kobe because he is an AFC East fan.
All right, okay.
No,
Look. Here's your schedule.
I can see it though.
Raiders,
Yeah.
Dolphins, Panthers, Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons.
I think this is one of those where
That's
the Bucs,
who they played so far.
The Bucs are up maybe 10 points the whole game, but it still finishes 27-24.
Yeah.
Like they get a last second score. Just
I'm gonna be
kinda
honest here.
backdoor it.
Bucks are gonna win because they're coming off the bye.
That's where I was at
That
too.
is true. I didn't think about that.
I am a big advocate as the team that comes off of the bye is gonna win their next game because it happens all the time.
Okay, what about Jets Browns? They're both coming off a bye.
That's the odd factor.
That's the exception.
That's the odd factor when they play against each other.
All right.
Tie. That's the odd factor because they're playing against each other. Ravens, Vikings. I actually
Ravens.
think the Ravens are going to win
Yeah,
that
Ravens.
one.
Lamar's back. Ravens.
Saints,
The Vikings
Panthers.
are
Saints, Panthers.
The Ravens are still favored to win their
I
division.
want to see Tyler Shuck do something.
Okay, you want to hear a fun
But-
fact about Tyler Shuck? Threw his first touchdown pass to Juwan Johnson.
Yeah,
They were
I saw
teammates on
that.
Oregon in 2019.
Nice.
In 2019.
Oh my god.
He's a rookie in the NFL.
That's crazy.
Cardinals, Seahawks. Seahawks should win. That could be a good game for them on CBS. Anything for that one?
No.
Okay. Lions, Commanders.
Just really quick though, with that, I don't know if you saw that Seahawks. I'm not gonna say fraudulent just yet either, but that Seahawks win from Sunday night jumped them from plus 2,200 to plus 1,400 for Super Bowl odds. So it was a very big jump in terms of
Because they
becoming
just look
more
so dominant.
Yeah, it was pretty.
That was an all three phase win right there.
I need to see Sam Darnold do it in the playoffs when it matters.
Exactly.
Before I
That's
could
kinda where I'm
before I could believe in them.
Actually, here's what I want to happen. I want the Seahawks not to win the division because the Seahawks are currently 11-12 on the road under the Mike McDonald era. So they kind of need to be on the road in the postseason.
Okay.
Just going to make that
All
out
right.
there.
That's
Lions versus Commanders. Hydrogen bomb. Coffin baby.
Yeah.
Rams 49ers. That's a very interesting game.
Yeah, that'll be huge for the division.
The last one was really good.
I'm gonna take the Rams.
I'm going to take the Rams again.
You kind of have to. They're
It's
playing,
at this
they're
point for
playing
the
better.
Niners, it's just who gets hurt this week.
Sunday
That's
night.
just who I'm looking at.
Sunday night football. Steelers Chargers.
It pains me to
In
say.
LA.
It pains me to say, but I'm gonna take the Chargers.
Ooh, yeah, that's tough.
In liquid LA. I'm gonna take the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm gonna take Steelers too, yeah, because that fan base is gonna travel. That's gonna be a home game for the
It's gonna be a home
Steelers.
game.
Chargers, every fan base, and
I know that's what I'm saying. It's always and they just lost Joe Alt too.
Yeah. And then while I'm eating birthday cake, I will be watching Eagles Packers.
Happy birthday,
Packers on my birthday.
Yeah. Well, then you hope for a Packers loss.
I hope they lose, man. Although they're
favorite.
favored in
They're the
this
favorite
game.
right now. That's kind of I'm gonna have to jump on that. I like
Eagles
that.
coming off the bye.
Yeah,
Boom.
exactly. Eagles coming off the bye and they get a couple more pieces. Jair Alexander revenge game.
Jordan Love interception twice. Jordan Love should have 2 picks on that game last week
hold
too.
on. We'll talk about the Chargers.
Trevor Penning.
Trevor Penning to the Chargers.
That's really good.
That's actually a good move.
That could be really good, actually.
Show Alt and Slater out. You throw in Trevor Penning.
Yeah.
Gotta see what the.
All right, we're gonna come back because we didn't even talk about the World Series yet, and so much other baseball news is hidden. So when we come back, we're gonna talk about the World Series real quick here on Low Blow Sports.
This is your home for sports.
A longtime fan, sports are like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Heck, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I can see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A Major League first baseman? Maybe a point guard for the national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive. I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
The Chicago Dogs are back on SportsDownChicago.com. Tune in to the season opener against the Sioux City Explorers, Friday, May 28th at Impact Field in Rosemont. First pitch at 7:05 p.m. Hear all the action right here on SportsDownChicago.com.
Welcome back to Lobo Sports. Scotty K, Nick Johnson, Kobe Burke went through most of the NFL trade deadline. It's past now, right? It was 4 Eastern.
Yeah,
Yes,
just done. All wrapped
stuff
up.
is probably going to be trickling in.
No, I don't think so.
Normal.
We'll see what happens.
But quickly, we got to talk about baseball because the best World Series in maybe the last 10 years wrapped up.
That's fair.
The Dodgers go into Canada down 2. They win Game 6 on a wedgie in the wall and a great defensive play from Kike Hernandez, and then make an outstanding comeback in Game 7 to capture their back-to-back World Series title. 2 fantastic games.
I mean, it's just a mixture of just some of the how there's no way this could happen again, even if you tried moments.
Yes.
In less than like 48 hours.
Wedgie, the Kike Hernandez play, the play at the plate in the 9th inning.
The Andy Pages play.
The Andy Pages play where
the double play in Game 6.
Absolutely sacrificed his left fielder to make a catch.
Did you know that Miguel Rojas hit that home run, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't hit
a home run September 15th.
Hasn't hit a home run off a righty in 3 seasons. He hasn't hit a home run off a right-handed.
I'm just mad at IKF because you take a 1 centimeter lead off third, and then you slide feet first. Not even head first. You take the slowest possible way of moving forward and be like, oh, I tried.
Once a Yankee, always a Yankee. Those Yankee tendencies are always there.
He threw on purpose. I'm convinced.
No, like, I did see the video of, like, the overhead. Like, he was literally still in, like, that little divot that's there on the infield. He was literally still there when his arm is going back. It's God. Like he didn't even take his secondary. He takes his secondary, he's in there.
Yeah, again,
if he dives,
he slides
head first,
he's
probably in there. It's just
there's just so many opportunities that the Blue Jays had. They outperformed them offensively. I think it was 30 runs compared to 26. It's just so many other things, so many other factors. I think it was a better.
I kind of look at Game 3 still, because if John Schneider just keeps his hitters in there, they win that game.
That could
And
be.
that's
that's
just what bothers me.
Again, an 18 inning slog that ends with
Because-
Freddie Freeman.
Yes, but
After-
they made the point in Game 7 when they took out Bo Bichette once he reached in the 9th inning. They literally said, doesn't matter if this game might go 18 innings. You're not trying to prepare for that. You're preparing to win right now.
Yes.
So taking out all those guys in that third game makes 100% sense to me.
And yeah, like you kind
I
of needed to
just-
take out Springer, who's falling apart.
Springer, I understand, but if you take out your 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7 hitters, you never had a chance.
I mean, sure, but they could have
And
laid
that's
down
just-
and died the very next day, and they didn't. They came back and won. They won 2 straight after that.
I just
In LA,
losing
so-
2 at home to lose the World Series just sucks.
Yeah, that's the
It's the
really
most
the kicker.
Toronto thing I've ever heard.
I know.
Yeah.
I think I told Scott that Canada's not good for anything. This is just
I mean, they just can't catch a break. It's
I mean,
again,
dude,
it's
they
just-
had Captain Canada hit a 3-run home run, and they still that was peak. Like, all right, he's a shoe-in for the MVP with that home run. Still couldn't get it done.
still can. I mean, this was an historical Vladimir Guerrero run in the postseason, as well as Ernie Clement. I
Ernie
mean,
Clement
out of
just-
nowhere.
Woody Clement just got like a $20 million contract.
Oh yeah, easy.
some bad team's gonna overpay.
And
And
that's
it's
the
just-
thing, though, with the Blue Jays. Like, obviously, clearly, the Dodgers' window is still wide open to keep winning World Series.
They're
I
already
don't-
talking like they've won the third one. It's awesome.
They basically did.
It's awesome.
They basically did.
I'm looking at the NL and who's gonna be there.
No one else has the confidence.
Phillies. The
that Dodgers-
Phillies are falling apart.
The Phillies need to start trading
The
people.
Brewers-
Reese Hoskins and Jose Quintana are both gone right now. Just announced.
Brandon Woodruff
They're
is also
both going
gone.
free agency.
Oh wow!
And Brandon Woodruff, he's gone.
They're
I
already.
mean-
They're also trying to talk about trading Freddie Peralta. They're blowing it up in Milwaukee for no reason.
The Central
Shota Kittredge is already gone from the Cubs.
Shota's gone.
Although that's probably a good
It's
thing
just-
because now they got more money to bring in other people. That's probably. But again, knowing how
more money to not offer Kyle Tucker.
It's just
again, the Cubs also only spent 35% of what they made last year, while the Dodgers spent 95%. And hey, they won the World Series. Maybe that's the way to go.
I just like who in the NL is going to step up.
Oh,
No one.
I just no one.
No one.
We keep asking for the Phillies, and they just keep getting older.
The
and
Phillies-
choking.
Thinking it's going to be the Padres,
yeah.
but they could barely make it to the divisional
Yeah,
series.
no.
Like the Reds made the playoffs last year. Like it's Hunter Green carrying.
It's
they
the
can't do
Mets,
that.
and the Mets aren't going to get anyone significant in the pitching staff
I mean,
to do anything. That's the only team.
I heard a really just like how delusional of a Cub fan can you be when I heard this one. Someone goes, are you guys asking a bunch of Cub fans in the booth. They're like, hey, you guys looking forward to maybe getting Pete Alonso or something? Someone stops and goes, nah, we're good. We got Michael Bush. I go, I had to put my head down. I went, what did you just say?
I will
Who just
say
said that?
Side note on the Mets pitching staff. If I was a betting man, I would put my entire bank account on Nolan McLean Rookie of the Year next year.
Okay.
Okay. You know what that's like? That's like
That's
they got what was the quote? They got Katie, they got Steph.
We got Jaden McDaniels. Yeah.
Oh, that's
sorry, Nick.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, that was giving a lot of that.
Love
right
that.
there.
I love that. It's hilarious. But in all honesty, it's just a matter of like, and again, exactly right. No other team right now looks even close to what they did. I don't. If you sit here and told me that even if they put this whole team back together for the Blue Jays, they wouldn't be back here again.
And you know what's crazy? The Dodgers are going to spend more money this
Yeah.
offseason because I'm sorry, you can't be mad at the Dodgers when they do it right. You make all this money, so spend it.
Yeah.
Again, the Dodgers spent about 95% of their revenue from 2024 on the team for 2025. What is the problem with that?
I think the
when
only
you have
way
teams like the Cubs who spend about 35% of their revenue from 2024 on the team for the next season. You have teams like the White Sox who spent less than 15%.
I think the only way a team
How could you be mad at that?
the only way a team could compete with that is if Steve Cohen opens up the paybook again and just goes out and spends.
Well, even the Mets
But
did that too. Even the Mets did that too. The Mets were in that upper 90. But that's the thing. How could you be mad at a team for winning when they're trying to win?
I just think when the problem is when every single team in the league is on a player and every single time that player chooses the Dodgers, I think that's just a problem. And I know the lockout's going to happen, and then I don't know what's going to happen with that lockout.
Yeah.
Because the players are not going to budge in the salary cap, and neither
No.
are the owners. So once we hit that 2027, we might not see baseball for a little bit.
I don't know.
And that kind of sucks.
I've always said that payroll's the best thing for baseball because it shows you.
I don't want
trying to improve
salary cap.
and
No,
who's not.
I don't want the salary cap. Salary floor for sure.
Salary floor. No
salary
cap.
Salary cap. No.
Yeah.
But if you have a team like the Pirates
I mean, any
who are
team
going
is-
for $35 million a year, then you can't have that.
Rich Eisen said this the other day. She's like, salary cap. There's always a way around it, no matter what the sport is. So
Yeah,
you can,
look at the NHL, long-term injuries.
You can't get around the salary floor.
The Vegas
Exactly.
Golden Knights got
Yeah.
like 3 players back from injury last year.
Well, NHL is different because
that's what happens.
they don't count against the cap if they come back.
I know,
to the
that's what I'm
playoffs,
saying.
which is
There's like he's saying there's always a way around the salary cap. That's it.
I look at the Saints, who every year are negative 50 in the cap, but they keep spending.
Yeah,
which I don't know why they're still doing that. They got to do something about that. That's insane.
I'm looking at this bracket for the Blue Jays, just to kind of really, I don't know, not to harp on them anymore, but
I think the Mariners could be a player next year.
This stretch for this run for them in this playoff, was this not one of the toughest toughest stretches in a while to even get to the World Series, and then just a gut punch to lose the way that they did? Like playing against the Yankees, who again they kind of just everyone blindly hands the Yankees the championship no matter what. They go ahead, they beat them 3-1. They have to go against a tough Seattle team, which you just said exactly that. They'll probably be back and definitely still making some noise, but such a tough pitching rotation to deal with there. And then again, the juggernaut that is the Dodgers going basically toe to toe. When I gotta agree with Schneider, wasn't David versus Goliath. This was like Godzilla versus a bunch of army ants. It's tough. It's really tough to keep that pace.
Looking at these teams that were in the playoffs last year, even on the AL, the Tigers, that lineup needs work. The Mariners,
they're not going to have Skubal. So
outside of Cal and J-Rod, they need some work. Suarez was nothing for them. Naylor's a free agent. Polanco's gone. Randy was horrible with them. Who else? The Yankees, they just lost Bellinger. Stanton's getting older. He's playing less games. Pitching was kind of meh. Who else we got? Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. That's their whole team. I don't know how
he just kind of snuck into that AL MVP ballot.
I don't know how they do this every year. They have 2 players who can hit a baseball. Everyone else hits 50, 0.05, and then they win the division. It's unbelievable.
All right, so Dodgers will win it next year, and we'll be right back saying this.
I would love to see a team in that. I don't even know who has prospects in the NL. I would love to see
Colby. I'm not saying this just because it's your team. The only team that can compete is the Mets.
They just don't have the pitching.
They just don't have the pitching. They got to spend the money.
Edwin
on the
Diaz
pitching.
just opted out. All I have right now in the starting rotation is McLean, who is great. Kodai Senga, who was horrible down the stretch. Sean Manaea was horrible all year. And then they have the 2 guys from AAA who they were forced to call up who weren't really that great, in Sprout and Tong.
Yeah. The last thing I'll say on this is basically just that whole idea of they went ahead, they bought this World Series. Good.
It's the same
You're
point we're
supposed
making.
to.
You're supposed to improve your team.
And on top of that, it makes sense that, yes, when you go out and make this money and you spend it, and then your guys that you spend all that money on, Ohtani has probably the greatest game of all time, pitching and then hitting 3 home runs to take them out into the NLCS, to take them into the World Series. And then here comes Yamamoto, pitching a full
Series
game
MVP.
the day before and then closing it out in the most.
Did you guys
toughest
see
one,
the
so.
Magic Johnson tweet? What he tweeted before Game 7?
No.
He said, whoever wins Game 7 tonight, the loser goes home. Yeah, which is thanks, Magic.
It sounds like we'll get. It sounds like we'll have him on low blow sometime soon with the breakdowns.
I'm not gonna lie, his tweets are very funny because he tweets I was at the Laker game last night. I'm embarrassed of this team. It is very funny to see Magic Johnson tweets.
Yeah.
I don't think it is just very funny. The way he tweets is so funny to me. My soccer club, LAFC, advances to the next round of the MLS playoffs. It's okay. Well, good luck to my soccer team, LAFC.
Here we go. With the series being 2-2, Game 5 is very important. Whichever team wins takes control of the series. Thanks, Magic.
Thanks.
Can't get that from anyone else. That's.
What was the other one? The one I liked was when he went to the when he went to the actual Laker game. He was like, "I am embarrassed to be a Laker fan, to be a former Laker player right now. He was like, as a former Laker player, I went to the Laker game, and I'm embarrassed for this. It was so funny. I'm like, well, who tweets like this? All right, boys, let's get out of here. We'll see you guys next week to recap Week 10 and everything in between about all. To recap Week 10, preview Week 11, and I think now that baseball's over, we'll finally have time to talk about basketball. And God knows these people, but NHL does need to be talked about a little bit because Bedard's not going to sign for 8 years.
I could talk
so
about
that's a
Matthew
problem.
Schaefer if you want.
Oh, dude, I would love to
talk about
That kid's
Schaefer.
awesome. We'll see you guys.